Go ahead and share that thing. All right, talk to see. Are we live? Hello, hello, Keith.
Do you live? I can't hear you.
Yeah,
Okay, so we're good. We're good.
live.
Hmm. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. I can
All
hear
right,
you.
talk to see. Are we live? Okay. Hello, hello,
Live.
Keith.
Do you live? I can't hear you.
Yeah. Okay, so we're good. AJ, I'm unmuting, please.
Yeah, we handling it.
Yo, 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 yo. Sorry about that technical difficulty. Let's start it over. My name is George. We've got my friend Shay and my friend AJ, and they'll introduce themselves. We just want to welcome you all to Kicking It. We're going to discuss today GOAT Talk. We're talking about the Last Dance episodes that we've been watching for the last 2 weeks. If you like what you hear, smash the like button, smash the share button, post your questions, and we'll be sure to get to them as soon as possible. Let's go around and just introduce ourselves.
Yes, Shay. Also, y'all know me as Byron, depending if you went to public school or you're part of my family or church, then you know me as Shay. Um, I'm rocking the Bulls hat today. I'm rocking the Jordan T-shirt. But make no mistake about it, I am a diehard Miami Heat fan. But we're gonna do this for the culture. Hey, my sister's online. What's up, Mika? And that's it. We here. You see the backdrop. We here.
What's up, man? Yeah, I decided to pay a little homage to the Bulls, so I decided to put on the hat. But definitely all Miami, definitely all Miami teams from college up to NFL, NBA. So this is just here on behalf of the Bulls to talk about the series we've been watching over the last 2 weeks. So happy to be here, ready to get into it.
Let's get into it. I like how my
What's
boys.
up, Jarvis?
These are two diehard Miami Heat fans, and they're rocking the Bulls hats. But I just can't betray my team like that. So you know what it is. Born and raised an Orlando Magic
Mm,
fan. Till I'm 6 feet under.
yeah,
This is what I rock.
Need to.
yeah.
We
I
talk.
mean,
We talking
I
go
guess
talk.
no championships.
We
Let's get
talking
it,
go.
man. Let's get it.
We talking go talk.
Let's get it.
Let's
Let's
go.
get it.
Let's go.
So
Let's go.
listen, man. We saw this. We 4 episodes in. We 4 episodes in. I know we all grew up watching. These Bulls. What is your impression of the Bulls rewatching history play out before our eyes?
To be honest with you, some of these things, I mean, we grew up, we were still old enough to remember what was happening, but we're also young enough not to know like the whole background stories. A lot of these things, like the 2 weeks ago, the whole Jerry Krause narrative really took me by storm. I didn't realize that this dude literally put a cap on greatness. He literally put a cap on greatness just so he can fulfill his own self ego. Um, so that for me, rewatching this has been awesome because a lot of what I remember, I can see, and then a lot of the things I didn't know I'm learning, which is good for the culture.
Man,
I like it.
I think for me, just it sort of it gives you that nostalgic feeling, going back in because we were young when when these Bulls played. I mean, we were
Mm,
I know most of us played sports or played basketball, so we loved it, but we were young, so we watched it, but we didn't really understand what we were watching. And then to see certain things that come into play, like seeing Rodman and seeing things about Pippen, just seeing things that we didn't pay attention to. We just turned on the TV because we wanted to see Jordan do his thing, and so
right.
now to get more of a holistic aspect or point of view of it is it's good to see.
Yeah.
You said
And
most of.
I would
Go ahead. Shit, my bad.
yeah, I like to add my little 2 cents in and just say definitely seeing this as an adult, having played basketball or sports, having managed people and personalities, like what the Bulls did, what Phil Jackson did, what Jordan and his teammates did, is remarkable, honestly, man. And I couldn't appreciate it as a child because I hadn't really faced adversity on my own. But to see these guys, I mean, get beat, get swept, get beat up, not cry too. Oh, they cried a little bit. They did cry a little bit. But
you
to go
gotta
get
cry.
in
You
that
gotta
gym,
make the
yeah, you
refs
gotta
see you.
cry. To go
Yeah.
get in that gym and to make a decision to face that giant and slay it, man. It spoke volume to me seeing it now.
Is that grit,
So,
that go get it attitude? Like they
so
wasn't willing to take no for an answer. Go ahead, AJ. My bad.
I want to ask y'all a question. Then Shay just brought it up. So, how do you think, or what role do you think Phil Jackson played in making this thing what it was?
Yeah,
Could it have been a Pat Riley? Could it have been a I don't know. Could it have been one of the what you call it brothers? What's the two brothers that one used to coach y'all, George?
Gundy.
Van Gundy. Could have been one of the Van Gundy brothers. Or did it take somebody like Phil? And one thing I do remember about Phil when I was a little kid was that I was just amazed that he was deep into meditation and stuff.
yeah.
And so he would make the Bulls meditate with him. So do you think this could have been done with any other coach?
I want to say, well, first of all, Damaris makes a good point about how tough the league was back then. But I want to say, definitely it takes a good coach. The coach was the catalyst because you see those years with Doc Collins, the Bulls literally from 91, that 91 team, 90 team, really didn't have that much of a difference from his rookie and second year team. But you needed someone who was able to come in and to literally bring the best out of these players. And having Michael Jordan on that team doesn't hurt either. So I think that Phil did an awesome job. I don't know that anyone could have done that because history tells us that Phil couldn't do it. But I'm talking about Doug couldn't do it, but Phil came in and literally like within 2 years the team is taking off.
Yeah,
I agree, and I think depending on, I guess the season or the time period, because there are certain time periods when we look at in the NBA where talent, just overall sheer talent, really didn't need a great coach.
Yeah.
But in this time period, there were some giants out there.
Yeah.
Like Detroit was a giant.
Yeah.
Boston was a giant. The Lakers, those were giants. And while the Bulls had MJ, they had a young Pippen and a young Horace Grant, wasn't enough with the talent, man. They needed somebody who was going to piece it all together, juggle and manage the different personalities, the emotional roller coasters that athletes have. And I don't see how any other coach does it. Especially, we're looking at when Rodman comes into the picture.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like to be able to manage that type of situation, everybody can't do that.
That goes back to what AJ was saying. You had to have that specific kind of coach, and Phil was well read in terms of his I guess his belief system. He believed in meditation. He believed in a lot of things that maybe prepared him to be a well thoughtful type of person who was able to maybe analyze different situations, look at different personalities, and see how each different personality, added to the piece of the pie, made a whole one. But at the same time, how each of them needed to be treated individually to the specifications of their own needs. And can you imagine if Phil treated Rodman the same way he treated Jordan? You might not have the same kind of output and the same kind of efficiency that you got. We just saw it. He let the homeboy go to Vegas for 48 hours in the middle of a season.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. And the reason why watching this is good because I would give Phil a hard time because I felt like he was fortunate to coach great teams, great players. Let me not say great teams, great play. He had great players, but his ability to manage those players and just watching this made me realize that probably was bigger than his X's and O's. Him being able to manage a Rodman is bigger than any X's and O's he could have put on a board at any time. So you definitely got to give him credit for that.
And if I could just follow along with that and say that one of the things I really appreciated and respected from this Bulls team, especially from management and coaching, when it came to taking a chance on Dennis Rodman, is sometimes you just gotta weigh out whether or not they're gonna get the job done. Like, it's gonna be a headache. It's gonna be rough sometimes, but are they going to get the job done? That's something my senior pastor tells me all the time. Like, we can deal with some of the headaches and the issues, but are you gonna get the job done? Because what we can't deal with is headaches and you not producing.
Yeah.
Yo, hey,
So
what is it? Was the equation when production, when your headaches outweighs your production, and usually you get cut, and I think that's what it was. Dennis, like he said, he might have been a rebel, but at the end of the day, when they needed him to show up, he showed up. And so that's real. I want to just read some of these things. A lot of people are chiming in. Damaris, homeboy, what's good? What's good? He
What's
says,
up, fam?
Phil and Belichick are cut from the same cloth. I totally agree.
Mhm.
Um,
I
uh,
respect that.
Jarvis says, let me see if I can put back up. Jarvis says, Phil used his mental approach to three-peat 2 times, then to do it in LA. Hopefully, we now understand how important Phil was to Michael, and while he chose to play for no one else, Mike felt it from day one. Yo, I agree. Like goes back to, so we've
Yes.
been on the
Yeah.
same, so for those of y'all who tuning in, we've been on the same question about coaching and the importance of coaching, and what we're really dealing with now is the fact that Michael really did not want to play for any other coach than than Phil, and there's a reason for that. And so yo,
because
Listen,
he knew what he had.
mhm.
hey, I'm gonna push this thing, man. I'm forget all the notes. I'm gonna push this, man.
No
Let's go.
production.
This is
Figure the production
this
meeting. Go ahead.
this is my biggest challenge with LeBron.
Hmm.
Is that imagine how more great he would be
Ooh,
if he would allow himself to be coached by a great coach. So, like, I'm looking at all the coaches that he had. You trying to tell me no Hall of Famers? I mean, yeah, the big three. Not even that, because Pat Riley was coaching from the stands.
Yeah, Spoelstra was coaching.
You know what I'm saying? So, what if he would have been coached by a Hall of Fame coach?
Well, that's what I was going to ask. How many players still have the luxury today of having that confidence in a person like Phil Jackson? I mean, if you with the Spurs, you're there. But where else can you say they have that level of coach that can take them, that can push them, that can manage the personalities and can take them to the next level? I mean, part of the game is that it's evolution. So you're gonna have younger coaches coming in and everything. But if LeBron was able to have that type of coach, who knows what it could be? We don't know. I mean, we can assume what could happen
so
because
hold
you
on.
saw how Phil was able to go from Chicago, then go to L.A. with two huge personalities and make it work there.
Yeah, yeah, he made it work there, but also I think those personalities saw the reality that they needed good coaching, and they also made it work as
Yeah,
well. So I think a part of what Shay was saying initially, and is that you've got to be coachable. I don't care how great of a player you are. I think that's what for me makes maybe Michael even greater, because the man went from averaging 31 points a game, and they're changing the whole system now so that you can give Scottie Pippen the ball more, you can give Horace Grant the ball more, and I don't know how many superstars in their prime is going to stand for that. So you got to be. I mean, I don't think LeBron wouldn't do that. I think LeBron is a coach. I think LeBron is a coachable player. As much as I have my issues with him, I do think he's coachable. But I do think that it depends on the coach. He's not gonna let you know, no Rudy Poop.
yeah.
You know
You
what I'm
got to have
saying?
confidence
He's
in the
not letting
coach.
he's not letting Tyrone Lue. Maybe not Tyrone Lue. I don't know. I don't want to call nobody out. That's what it
So,
is.
so let's look at the parts of the episode,
Hold on,
right?
hold on, hold on, hold
And
on.
let's.
Can I just take some? Justin says he's here for the Jays giveaway. We did
I
have a
saw that. I
yeah
wasn't trying to acknowledge that.
we
I
have
wasn't
some
trying to
we have some
acknowledge that.
Jays giveaway.
Ask him what size he wear.
My
What
boy
size he wear.
AJ and Shay are giving out Jays. Yo, hey, y'all come on in. They're giving out Jays. They're giving out Jays. What's up? And then he
Yeah,
says again, Jarvis
the
says
alphabet, Jay.
LeBron had the type. LeBron had that type in Miami, but didn't stay long enough. Phil and
Spolstra?
Mike grew
Come on,
together.
dog.
Hey Jarvis, you're about to get roasted, man. They saying
Look,
Spoelstra
hey,
wasn't
we Heat
special.
fans, but we ain't gonna say Spoelstra is no Phil Jackson.
Spolstra? No, no.
Come on, dog. Get real with us. Now like I
Yo,
said, we Heat fans. We ain't gonna say Spoelstra is no Phil Jackson, dog, at all.
he might not even be a Stan Van Gundy. He might.
Spoelstra, good. He's a good coach, but he ain't no Phil Jackson to
Right.
that level to where you gonna pay him deference. He just,
Hey
I mean,
AJ wears size 13. What's good?
now,
Yeah,
hey, all my days are size 12.
yeah. Yeah, so go ahead, Shay
Yo,
moderate. Do your thing, man. I'm sorry.
yeah. So man, listen. Let's look at this episode, man. And
Let's break it
we know
down.
Jordan has a lot of shots.
Yeah,
Jordan has made a lot of shots,
a lot of
but
big
that
shots.
shot to just send the Cavs home
Yo,
over Elo. Like, what did y'all think about when y'all saw that shot?
to be honest, you want to know what I thought about? I thought about Hedo Turkoglu sending LeBron home on that same kind of shot. But let me bring you back to that particular year. No,
Hey,
what I liked about
anytime he get a dab at LeBron, you know he gonna send one.
hey, let me say this. I will say this: the fact that there was it 4 or 3 players trying to deny your boy the ball, and he fought to get the ball, and I mean, like literally, that to me shows that he wanted it, number one, and he would not be denied. And from looking at this from a perspective of being a man, that go get attitude, that grit attitude, like he was not about to be denied. He was going to get what he was going to get, and not Elo. I mean, not nobody could stand in his way, and I think it was
Yeah,
spectacular. Yeah.
I know we gonna love Jordan tonight, but I'm gonna be the devil's advocate tonight. I think I think that showed that Cleveland was soft.
Hmm.
Cleveland was soft.
Mm.
If 3 or 4 of y'all let one man get open, and you know they're gonna pass it to him, and you let that man get the ball, what kind of defense is that? If that was your team, if you was playing on that team, Shay, if that was you at Oakwood, on an Oakwood team, and 3 of y'all let one man get the ball, what y'all doing after the game?
Bro,
Indian runs.
but it's Jordan. It's Jordan. And
Indian runs.
I don't care.
What did Bird say
Jordan,
about what did Bird say about Jordan, AJ? What I'm trying to tell you is that if you look at the setup, you can see these guys are all in his face. Yo, I mean, it was 3 dudes in his
Nah, he ain't
face.
supposed to get that ball,
yeah, but he
Bro,
ain't
Jordan.
he's
He
supposed to
ain't
get
not.
that
supposed to get that
ball.
You're right.
ball.
You're right. Well, hey, somebody.
But no, but you. I'm not sure if he was done, AJ.
No. I'm just saying that as a defensive player, as a defensive team, you supposed to, if you know that's the person who's getting the ball, he is not supposed to get that ball at all. Somebody else, or if he gonna get it, he gonna get it down that other end of the court. He gonna get it right there where he can get an easy shot. So I think, yeah, Jordan is great, but at the same time, Cleveland need to be slapped for that.
Yeah,
Slap.
I hear that. And first of all, before I throw my full 2 cents in here, I also think it says something about them. Whoever was inbounding that ball,
Yeah, yeah,
because the play was give Jordan
Jordan the
the
ball.
ball.
No matter
yeah,
what. No
yep,
matter
No,
what.
no matter what.
Yeah. No
And
matter
yeah,
he
what.
stood there under pressure. You only got 5 seconds.
Yeah.
There's 4 people around him, and he makes the pass. He doesn't detour, right?
yeah.
He doesn't take matters into his own hands and hits the open player. No, the players get Jordan the ball.
And he got it to him.
Yeah.
He got it to him. For me, the best part was when to see Elo just throw himself on the ground after he watched the ball go in. Like
uh,
I'm one. Listen, that joint really upsets me. Even when I was playing basketball, like if somebody crosses you, somebody hits a game-winning
Stay in the
shot on
game,
you,
baby.
don't let them
Yeah,
see no
yeah,
emotion.
that the
yeah,
It's like
frustration.
it's like you getting slapped twice.
yeah. You got to
No,
eat that.
I
no,
You got
eat
to eat
mean,
that.
that.
I
Now when we
mean,
get in the locker room,
Yeah.
that's one
well,
thing.
let me play devil's advocate here. I mean, literally, can you imagine if you thought you had this dude bottled up, and it's game time, and real talk, you really thinking that this is not gonna happen? You've got the perfect defense call, got the right personnel in. Yeah, he might get the ball, but he's not gonna make that shot. Not over, you know. And so I can see how that emotional outburst came out because he's so invested in that moment, you know. So yeah, I mean,
Can't you can't let it
yeah.
out.
So I hear you. Yeah. You might not want to, but bro,
Like
we're
don't become a
humans.
meme.
Yeah, don't
Well,
become
Don't
me.
be a meme.
Yo,
yo,
you saw Kendall, what's up, Kendall? Kendall said he thinks Steve Kerr did a decent job at managing the different personalities in Golden State.
I put that up there already. I put that up there already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put it again.
I so
Well,
so, so with that one, I don't think it's that many personalities because I think Steph and Clay are calm guys. I think your biggest personality is Draymond.
yeah.
So I mean, I can see
Yeah.
trying to manage the ball going around everything, but I don't think it's still. I still don't know if it's as big as what you call it as
Yeah.
as
Nah.
managing Rodman, managing uh, the greatness himself, Jordan,
Oh,
and
hold on,
then
hold on,
all these
hold on.
people.
Hold on. Say that again, AJ. I mean, say the last thing you just said. My phone, my headset went out. You said,
He lying.
"I'm
He
sorry."
just want me to say Jordan is great.
Oh, okay,
That's what
go
you want
ahead.
me to say?
That's good. Go ahead. Go
Listen,
ahead.
I never not said Jordan was great.
Right. This man got a Bulls hat.
Yeah, come on. You went. Hey, I'm starting to doubt that you like Jordan. You got on Orlando Magic hat when they ain't doing nothing.
It's old
But
Shaq
we
and
ain't gonna
Penny.
go there.
It's old
We gonna
Shaq
go
and
there
Penny for
tonight.
me. Hey, listen. Hey, real talk. If it wasn't for the shutdown, Orlando would have been in the playoffs this year. Real talk. But
Oh,
we're
here we
not.
go.
We're not talking
Here we
about.
go.
Let's stay on target.
Uh,
Let's stay on target. We'll stay on target.
yeah.
Here
So
we go.
that's how I felt. And adding on to Kendall's point, because I do think it's a valid point, but I think what kind of kills it is when Kerr got hurt and Walton
Walton
comes
stepped
in
in
and
and
they
did the
don't
same
skip
thing.
a beat.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know, Walton
yeah.
is he still coaching? Like he coaches now because of that joint.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
think he's Sacramento. He left LA and went to Sacramento or somewhere like that.
right? And so yeah, and also that was one of those teams, man. The talent was just so overwhelmingly stacked.
It
It
was.
really didn't matter. It really didn't matter if they all was healthy. If KD's healthy, Clay's healthy, Curry's healthy,
Yeah,
Draymond, it's a wrap.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think Curry may have a little bit of that Phil Jackson in him. He played for him, you know,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then
I
and
think
played for
he can
Pop.
run a ball.
So
Well,
Yeah,
you can't deny his coaching ability.
no, you can't. But I think he did say that in one of his interviews I saw, I heard that basically he said that a lot of the philosophies that Phil had, he's adopted. So in terms of just trying to blend in personalities, but yeah, the difference between what Phil had versus what Kerr had is night and day. I mean, you had some personalities, in Chicago, and so man, that's just on another level. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Can,
So what do
can
y'all?
I ask y'all this?
Go ahead,
Can I
go
ask
ahead.
y'all this? I mean, we talked about the coaching aspect of taking out what other coach could step in there and continue to win when juggling the mentalities, and it was difficult for us to really think about that. I mean, if you take Jordan out, could you plug in a superstar
Of that
to
era,
deal with all that they were of
uh,
any era, even of our era, and to deal with the personalities that we had, like they had, and it still worked?
he would need to be an
I
alpha.
think
He would need to be an alpha
I
mentality
think his
type of
twin.
person, huh?
I think
Who?
his twin would possibly work.
Who?
Kobe.
Kobe.
Yeah, he would have to be he would have to be an alpha male type of guy. He would not need
But
he would go ahead.
the only thing about Kobe is that I don't know if Kobe could deal with the light of Pippen.
What you
Ooh.
mean?
Come on, flesh that out. Flesh that out a little bit.
So the way to me the way I see Kobe as Kobe has to be not just the man. It has to be completely his show. I
He
honestly don't see. I personally don't believe Jordan could have won any of those rings without Pippen at all, and without Pippen being the light that he was. And I don't know if Kobe's personality would have allowed Pippen to be the player that he was. Is what I'm saying.
I'm gonna defer. I'm gonna defer.
That's
I'm gonna
that's
defer some of these things to maybe next week. But that '91 season, Pippen wasn't. I mean, he was balling, but he wasn't. He wasn't balling. You know. I mean, yeah. So, anyways, uh,
He's still the second best player in the NBA
when
at that time.
I wouldn't say that. I personally wouldn't say that. Uh,
You don't think Pippen second best player in the NBA at that time?
in '91, no. He made the All Star for the first time in '90. And then in '91, he wasn't the best. He wasn't the second best player in the NBA. In 90, I mean, who do you have? Who do we have in '91 in the NBA? Yeah, some ballers. Pippen wasn't the second best player in the NBA in 1991. My man was averaging like 17 points. So I would just say that
Got the
I,
stats.
no, I got the stats. I did my research. Y'all skipped out on the production meeting. That's what you get. That's what you get. I did my
Listen,
stats.
listen,
But
listen.
I'm talking about being able. I'm not talking about winning just 1 year because this thing had to continue. And we saw in Kobe, um, the dynasty didn't last.
Yeah, that's
Because
You know
what
what
I'm
I'm
saying.
saying?
because
So I
the
wonder if we plug Kobe in or LeBron in or AI or Magic or whomever,
you know what
could they go on this type of run that they went on with these characters?
I think it goes back to what's your why. If your why is to be the greatest player in the NBA, to be the greatest player ever, then no. But if your why is to win, if you're in it to win chips, like you'll do whatever it takes to win, then I think so. Some of these guys literally like you hear people saying they're chasing the ghost. What does that mean? No, bro, you need to be chasing rings. You need to be chasing, championships, right? But when you're chasing the goals, for me, in my opinion, I feel as though your why is toward it, and you have to have it your way, or you can't function any other way. And so, I think that Jordan was good. I don't know that I don't like. I go back to what AJ said. I don't know that Kobe could have done it because Kobe. I don't know. I don't think that you can plug in Kobe and he has to deal with these hard personalities like a Dennis Rodman or or a Pippen who literally sits down and chooses to have foot surgery or whatever surgery needed to have, at the beginning during the season when he could have had it at the end of the previous season. So I don't know that he would have been happy in that context. But it
Yeah,
depends on the
I,
person.
I think
Yeah.
you make a good point that if you're about winning, then yes. But if you're about being the greatest, then no. And I think that'll rule out people like Kobe and LeBron because both of them wanted to be the greatest. Kobe wanted to be better than Jordan. He tell you, I want to be better than Jordan. LeBron wants to be the greatest of all time. So I think it does matter. But the only reason why LeBron might be a better fit because LeBron is a team player, but you need more than that. So I think there has to be somebody in between there,
Balance.
somebody who
Hmm.
somebody who's as killer has a killer instinct like Jordan, but can still let Pippen shine.
Yeah,
Someone
And
said
and
so.
I think that's hard.
Look at what Damaris put up. Damaris said,
Clyde,
Clyde,
uh,
Clyde the Glide.
Clyde the Glide. What up, Luke?
I can't really intelligently speak on Clyde. I was a little young,
yeah, I ain't
you
watched a lot
know.
of this. I just don't know
I,
him to
I
have a killer instinct like Jordan, so I don't
I
I
know
don't
him to
know.
take off from that free throw line
Yeah, I know that much, but
on Bulls versus Lakers. You know what I'm saying? But
Luke
on
did.
the old game on Sega or Nintendo.
Yo, what about this question? What about Phil and LeBron teaming up together? How would that look? What would that look like?
I mean, I think it's proven that Phil works with big personalities and he makes it work. So I think as long as LeBron is willing to listen, I don't see why he wouldn't be willing to listen to Phil.
Shay,
Yeah, that'd be a problem for the league. Like, I mean, literally, LeBron has done it with no great coach. He's
Yeah,
made coaches great,
yeah,
yeah.
right? He's gotten coaches second and third
Contracts,
jobs.
yeah, our
Tyronn
contracts,
Lue
yeah.
about to get another job. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
So if he had a Hall of Fame coach, I mean, Spo may become a Hall of Fame coach, but purely that was because of the big three. The big three doesn't happen. I don't think he's even mentioned in that
yeah.
down the road. So if he had a Hall of Fame coach with a system,
Hmm.
that he was able to buy in, then it would be a
Awesome.
problem for the whole league. It'd be a wrap.
Yeah, have real talk. Have real talk. Good question, man.
So the Jordan rules, man. What y'all think about the Jordan rules?
It made me think about what is it, Hacker Shack?
Hmm.
So it made me think about that. I mean, of course, Jordan is not as big as Shaq, but it made me think about that where their point was I'm just gonna beat his tail. But Shaq it was that we want him to shoot free throws. So I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, I think it's that was how basketball was played back in those days.
You're saying it's a compliment.
But
It's
like every sport, like how football has got softer now. Football, you can't do things you do. I think over time, as we get softer as as people, then the sport changes. But yeah, that was some serious stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I consider myself to be old school. I had a no dunk policy when I played at Oakwood. You know, I
we, we,
took I
we
took
all
one or
did.
two
We
players
all
out of the
did.
air. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know what I'm saying?
I'm
You
trying to
were.
get my camera right. But yeah, I don't know if I can handle that, man. That was crazy.
But I would say this.
The fact that he
I
didn't get
think.
injured.
I think. Yeah, that's true too. But I think that's a testament of the greatness of a player. Whenever the league has to design rules or a strategy to stop you, that is purely physical, man. That lets you know that they're afraid of your skills. That you're a skilled player. And as powerful as Shaq is, and whatever, his in the paint game was elite. You know what I'm saying? So elite that they would rather say, you know what, I'm gonna put you on the free throw line. Same thing with Jordan, and to a certain degree, even with LeBron. LeBron, they the rules for him was literally if you stop him and make everyone else score, which is basically the same rule book game plan to do with all the superstars. But if you stop him, or let him get his and stop everybody else. So I think that at the end of the day, when teams have to have a special game plan for you, it's really a testament to your greatness. And those Jordan rules just let us know that they wasn't worried about nobody else on that team. They were going to come after Jordan, and if they can stop him, which they did, uh, that it could beat him. They could beat them. So that's what it was.
How many how many fights you think there would be today if they
Fights.
if they tried to do that? Yeah, how many fights you think?
Honestly,
I think they were, I
honestly,
think they were fighting back in the day. Now these guys are too much of friends to be fighting. Like, you
it's
remember was it Rudy Tom Jonovich when my man got punched in his face? Like these guys used to fight back in the 80s and in the late
Yeah.
70s. I think now the game really is soft.
it's a good question. I saw. I don't know, bro. I was gonna say. I was gonna follow along what George said. A lot of these guys ain't about that hand action, man. They're running up with their hands by their waist. And I'm not promoting violence, of course, but back in the '80s and the '90s, there was less talking.
Yo,
Yeah.
Like it
my
was
man,
less talking.
my man Justin said no blood, no foul. That's real talk.
No blood, no foul. That's a real thing too. That really is how it was played.
Yo, what's his name? Damaris,
Yeah,
Demars.
Mars.
He said, did the league have a Kobe rule?
I think they did. I think they did, but it rarely worked because Kobe was just a pure scorer, man. My man, man, like it didn't matter what you did, he's gonna get his. I don't know what the Kobe rule would have been because
Yeah.
Kobe had a good team. If you stopped him,
Kobe,
go ahead.
Kobe rule used to be he used to get away with anything. We watched Kobe elbow old boy with the Kings, and they called the foul on with the Mike Bibby called the foul on his nose. Like, man, Kobe just elbowed that man. They called a foul on him.
You
So
talk,
yeah,
you
I
What
you
don't
about
know
talking
what
about the
about
about
Kobe
talking
rule.
about 2003,
what about after
2002.
Kobe would shoot, his shot would get blocked and he'll slap you in your face?
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah,
I miss that guy.
I don't know if there's a Kobe rule, but I was interesting thing. I was watching the interview with Tayshaun, no, not Tayshaun, yeah, Tayshaun Prince. He played for the Pistons, and he was saying the thing about guarding Kobe was that Kobe was a spot person. So if Kobe got to a spot, it
It's
was
lights
going
out.
in.
It's lights
So
out.
he would beat you up the whole game. He would push you. He would do whatever. Because by the fourth quarter, you so tired that you can not gonna stop him getting to a spot. So he said whenever he got to his spot, it was lights out. So
Yeah.
I don't know. That was
Yeah.
just a
Uh,
little side
somebody,
thing.
somebody, I think it was Medley. He made the point that the Jordan rule kind of it pointed to Jordan's mental, aspect, his mental
Oh yeah.
game.
Because most guys
Yeah,
would have been ready to throw blows, and I never
yeah.
saw him like throw blows because he was about winning.
But you see what the documentary said. Literally after they lost, my man the next day when everyone is going to on vacation, BJ Armstrong says they're all in the gym. He starts a weight lifting program, weight training program, because he realized that that's going to be how they're going to play him, and I'm not going to let them break me down mentally and emotionally. I'm just going to get stronger physically, and I'm going to show them that I can take it I can turn it up a notch. And that again, that shows that's goat talk. Goat talk to me is never allowing your circumstances to hold you where you are. That if there's anything that you can work on to take you to the next level, that you do that, man. No matter how hard it is. And you see your boy, man. He went from 200 pounds to 215. He added 15 pounds of muscle.
Muscle.
Yo, that's crazy. Yo, that's
Yeah,
crazy,
Yeah.
man.
LeBron spends $2 million a year on his body.
That's true.
It's GOAT talk.
Yeah,
That's why he's in GOAT talk. He's in that conversation
that's
I mean,
because
true.
of
I
that.
think I think any player that's willing to be the first person in and the last person to leave
Yep.
Yeah.
it's serious about winning. It's serious about being great.
Mm,
So I mean, you got a couple players that's like that should go up to him for that.
And I enjoyed just seeing even Jordan evolve,
Yeah, yeah,
in the sense that he went from all that complaining, whining stuff to it finally clicked.
yeah.
Man
Like,
up, man up.
Man
They
up.
ain't give me no
Don't let them
calls.
see you. They're not gonna give you no calls, and they're
Yeah,
feeding off of our complaints.
yeah.
So yeah, I like how he evolved and he
Ooh,
grew up.
who's the goat of SDA? Talking about SDA basketball?
Who asked that?
Talking about Luke. Talking about SDA basketball? Shoot,
Dennis
I can tell you. I can tell you. We have some good plays at Oakwood, but this is not what this is about.
Magic Johnson.
Hey,
Conversation over.
all right, good. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move
Yeah,
on.
Hey,
yeah,
so
yeah.
check this out.
Okay.
So we saw Rodman get that supposedly 48-hour leave. Do y'all think that'll work in today's league where a certain player is supposed to get that 48-hour leave?
Let me ask Travis Scott what he thinks.
AJ Starr, you just won those Travis Scotts. You know what I'm
Nah.
saying?
Man, I think not only is this a great question, but like it's a real life question. Like,
Yeah,
a lot of people are dealing with mental health, and I think now we have the education and awareness to where we should be sensitive towards it. But it's deserved. I mean, maybe not to go to Vegas and just do who knows what,
Bro,
but I
bro.
think it shouldn't be you shouldn't be frowned at for needing to take a mental break.
yeah,
Like, it should be encouraged.
Jara said they already have it. And listen, you're right.
yeah. I really
Like
get.
like like you have to have mental breaks. Like even in every industry that you're working, if you're locked in, if you're working a high stress job, and maybe someone here can attest to that. If you're working a high stress job, like you've got to take time for yourself. In fact,
Rodman, somebody said Rodman was tripping.
he said it was the wrong time. Yo, it's either he goes or he messes up the chemistry. Like him having a good
Right.
time was to benefit the team. Uh,
Yeah,
him wilding out was a benefit of the team. I don't know if that's morally correct, or theologically strong, but yeah, yeah,
But and I think that look what he did when Pippen was gone. Like, he was a model servant. Like,
What more
so
do you
he
want
did
him to
he
do?
earned
Yeah,
he
what
earned
else?
his, like, he's like, listen, I've been behaving too much. Like, I need to let my hair down a little bit.
so
Yeah,
I think it goes to knowing your players. So you know that a person like Rodman, they need that. He's gonna give 500%, but he's special. So he needs some special time.
Yeah.
So and I think
Special, special.
that goes back to Phil's greatness to knowing, okay, I ain't doing this for everybody, but Rodman needs this.
Yo,
yo,
so this is a good question here. Did you see that?
Kawhi said. I mean, caller CJ says Kawhi takes several
Yeah.
mental breaks. Ramen just went away for his.
Hey, Kawhi take a mental break every other day, every
Yo,
other game.
what do you call it? That load sharing? What do you call it? Load bearing? What do you call it?
Load
Thing?
man,
Low
Load
bear.
management. Load
Yeah,
load.
sharing is electricity, right? Yeah,
low
load bear.
management.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah, I think that takes him out of GOAT talk. I'm
Who?
Who,
saying
Kawhi?
Oh, Kawhi.
Yeah,
Kawhi.
So,
Yeah.
so hold on. Are you saying that anybody who gets load managed should be out of goat talk? Because that means there's a lot of Negroes. You got to get out of that goat talk.
Nah, I think when it's to the extent where he's missing 20 games a season because he's load managing, I mean I mean, if you miss 1 or 2 games, or if it's a coaching decision, how what's his name in San Antonio used to do, Duncan and all those guys. But when you're missing 20, 30 games a year for low to rest, I mean, it's getting excessive. You miss one or
Yeah,
two
Agreed.
games, you miss 5 games out of 82. I can understand that, but 20, 30 games,
it's a quarter.
that's too
That's a
much.
quarter. That's a
I
quarter.
agree.
That's a quarter of the season.
Now,
You're right.
is can he be MVP? Yes. Can he be the best player in the league currently? Yes. But we talk about a conversation
Goat.
about greatest of all
Yeah, great of
Goat
all
time.
talk.
time. Yeah,
Goat
Nah, and
talk.
I'm not mad at him for doing it. I mean, he has to
yeah,
do what's best for his mental, his body. I think
for
it's
his
more
career.
of his body than it is mental, you know. But no, you can't be GOAT though.
Yeah, nah,
Yeah,
nah.
yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, man.
So
All
we,
together.
so we
Go ahead.
I said we've been on here for a while, man, and I feel like we need to go ahead and transition to some of this GOAT talk, man.
Well, we always got next week. We don't need to give them all everything today. It's going on an hour. Listen, if we want to talk go talk, I would suggest we wait to the last episode, because I think then it'll be clear. It'll be it'll be irrefutable. Everyone on this panel, myself, you, and my boy AJ, all of us will have to come to one understanding when we talk about go talk. So I want to wait to the end of the. I'd like to wait to the end of the series. I don't know about y'all, but that's my
But
vote.
who say we not? Who say we not already on the same page?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh
But
yeah,
hey, don't cap. Don't be capping for Facebook now. You know what I'm
Listen,
saying?
I don't know what y'all expected me to say. I've never swayed away from this.
Yeah, I know. I'm just talking that trash. Damaris, no. I hate when people walk away, don't shake hands at the
great
end
question. That's a
of
good
a game
question.
or a series. And let me be very honest with you.
Agreed.
And some of these guys are gonna start laughing when I say this, and I hate to bring it back to Orlando, but one of the reasons why I don't like LeBron,
Because LeBron can shake the
real
man's
talk.
hands.
When we put that whooping to them, and we went to we went to the NBA Finals. Um, he walked off. He didn't shake nobody's hands, and his answer was, "I'm a winner, bro. You haven't won anything yet at that time." And for you not to shake hands to me just showed your character. Granted, it was like 19, 20. So, but for me, that kind of left a nasty taste in my mouth. So to answer your question, I really don't think that it's okay for players to walk off and not shake hands. That's me
Yeah,
personally.
and I think they took it to a whole nother level, because not only did they walk off, but they walked across in front of their bench as they're leaving. I mean, it's
Yeah,
just it was a whole nother level of disrespect. I mean, you have players, and I agree too. Players should always at least acknowledge the other team. If you don't want to shake hands, at least acknowledge them as you're leaving. But I mean, you have players who do it all the time now, who walk off without shaking hands, something like that. So I mean, I know in AAU and high school, you taught to do that. When you get to the pros, it's people moving further away from it. Uh, it is what it is. But yeah, I think you should always shake hands.
I guess for me, man, to collectively decide, yo, we're not gonna shake hands,
Yeah.
and and then
hey,
and then
but that's gangster though. Real talk, that's gangster though. Like they just said they threw all kinds of norms to the wind, and we're not we're gonna do what we're gonna do. But that's who they were. They were the bad boys of basketball. You know what I'm saying? The bad
so.
boys of the NBA.
But can you be mad when a Jordan says, "I don't want to play with you on Dream Team"?
Mm.
No, no.
So why are you crying? Like, you're a bad sport.
Yeah,
It's one thing for you to come up with a Jordan rule and to foul hard,
yeah.
but you're a bad sport.
But
No,
again,
I don't want to play with
no. But
you.
again, it goes back to okay. The whole thing with Zeke and Jordan, I get it. But let me go back to just the whole Craig Elo thing. I think that when a team feels as though they have they have that team's number, like literally Detroit thought they had their number, and for it not to work, I can understand. Like
Excuse me.
I can understand that emotional, that raw emotion that causes them to walk off. I don't agree with it, but I can understand it. You know?
I ain't wired like that, man. Like, it's it's one thing, and I hear what you're saying, but man, it's one thing if you know I've hit you. Like they the ones that been slamming people to the
Yeah.
ground. They the ones that was roughing the bulls up,
They thought they had it
and
in the
finally
bag.
doesn't work,
Hey,
and
they are the
you just
epitome.
walk off.
They're the epitome of I'm leaving and I'm taking my basketball, so can't none of you talk to
Yes,
Hey man,
go retire, go
hey,
retire.
that's
me.
that's
I'm
Bye.
taking my
that's
basketball.
that's
Ain't
L-
nobody playing today.
that's LA Fitness gym ball. That's what it is. That's it. That's it. That's what it
That was a
is.
great question.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, anything, man. So, hey, if we want to get into this goat talk, hey Shay, you the man. Well, let's get it. Let's get into it.
I mean, for
'Cause-
me, I won't go into what I'll say my GOAT rankings, you know what I'm saying? But what I would say is this cemented Jordan as the GOAT in my book. Like and the documentary ain't even over yet.
hmm. What, what
But it
what
cemented it. I mean,
can I ask you what about it? Like what pushed you to that? I
yeah.
mean, to say that. I mean, what
Right.
aspect?
So we already know the rings.
Hmm.
You know, we know the MVPs, we know the defensive player of the year. We know all that stuff. We know the shots. We've seen the shots. But I think for me, this is the first time I'm seeing just how mentally tough he was, his
Yeah.
determination, how he evolved, and then how he was as a teammate. You know, to be able to understand, even though he was against Rodman going right, he was like, Bill, if you let this man go, he's not coming back. But guess what? He goes to where Robin lives, wherever he was, and he goes and gets his teammate
Yeah.
and brings him to practice. Like Jordan was willing to do whatever it took, man.
He
So
get
for me, it just cements it.
he get two strikes from me though as a teammate though. He get two strikes though. Two strikes.
Okay, let's hear it.
One
Let's
for
hear
snitch, one for snitching on the boy. Talking about all of them was in there.
Hey,
All of them was in there doing lines, but not me.
not I, not I.
Yeah. So that's one strike because I mean, whatever the team doing, if you ain't a part of it, that's fine. Move on. But you got to snitch on them. And then two, it didn't rub me well when he said Pippen was being selfish.
Oh, let's get
I,
into
I
that. Can we get into that though? Can we get into
was
the whole Pippen
was that
situation?
what you talk about with the injury joint?
Yeah,
yeah, he was saying,
but Jordan. But see, the thing about it is Jordan has insight as to why Pippen did what he did. Like Jordan understands it's more than just an injury. It's a power move. It's a contract negotiation. That he's using this move to let the team know that y'all need me. Y'all need me, and y'all better look at this contract. Let's redo it or whatever it takes. If not, I'm not. I'm gonna continue to do this rehab as slow as possible, and we're gonna do what we're gonna do. So I mean, I get it. For me, I think Jordan understood the backdrop. So for him to say he's selfish, I I don't necessarily agree with Jordan for that, but I think that Jordan knew more that it was more than just an injury. I think that if it was just an injury, you can cut him some slack. But the fact that it was tied to something else, I think that's what perhaps Jordan says what he said.
yeah, but I still think at the end of the day, this this has been your Ace Boone Coon for 6 rings. I'm going down with him. I'm riding out with him. I ain't gonna throw him under the bus. I'm gonna ride out with him like yeah they should have paid him. End the story. I ain't gonna say he's selfish. I'm riding with you. They should have paid my dog. End the story. Don't ask no more questions about it. Just like when Pippen, when they asked him, and they were talking about Pippen or the game, he said, "Oh, y'all don't talk about Pippen. Y'all don't talk about the game." I think that's the same. You need to have the same attitude now. You want to talk about what Pippen did, or you want to talk about how we needed to win. That's just but that's just me talking about those two strikes. But other than that, I mean, I have no issue with what Shay said.
Yeah.
Do you think Jordan would let a contract negotiation or injury keep him from playing? I'm just asking you a
Yeah.
question. You think? I mean, what?
Yeah.
Talking about rehab? No, because even when he fractured his foot, my man was rehabbing before he was supposed to. But what I'm trying to say
He's
is
still getting paid though.
he was getting paid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you said injury or getting paid. That's two different things.
I said
If Jordan was making
our
Pippen's
contract
check, he would not
contract
have had that,
negotiation.
bro.
You think so?
Yeah, I think he. I
But
think he.
Jordan would have never
Sign
signed
that.
that contract.
So
Yeah,
so really, the larger conversation should be about, you know, talking about the mental state of Pippen as to why he even signs that contract. 18 mil, was it for 7 years?
Pip. I mean, it's
15, what
simple.
was
It's
it?
easy. Pippen was a country boy who had two paralyzed people in his family. He said, "I'm gonna take this long term, guaranteed money," not knowing, not knowing who he was going to become. But he said, "I'm
Oh,
gonna
how
take."
contracts were going to evolve.
Yeah, how contracts going to evolve, and it's like, I mean, I don't knock him for taking a contract, but I do also, from a legal standpoint, I understand that once you sign a contract, that's your contract. Now,
It is.
guarantee you may
That's
not be able
it.
to get out,
You're
but
locked
I
in.
still, I think, and this is why
LeBron.
this one thing that I love about LeBron is that
Hmm.
I think LeBron has empowered players to be wise about their contracts, and
Fair
that's one
enough.
thing I love about him. So he is now more in favor for the player than it is for the team, and so that's one thing I love about him. But I mean, I don't think it's Jordan's fault at all that Pippen signed the contract. I'm not saying that. I think Pippen just was trying to do the long term. I could take care of my family off of $2 million a year, and that's what he saw, not
Right.
knowing not
Adam
knowing what the hell.
Adam says, Maycock, what's up, Adam? That's my quarterback. Remember, his back
What's
was
up, Adam?
bad. Big part of taking the money. So he said
Yeah,
also
yeah.
he was already in. He was dealing with some injuries.
He had the injury. Yeah, yeah.
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 And going back to Jordan's, him saying that Scotty was selfish. I don't remember what Jordan was saying back when it was going on.
See, that's what I'm trying to say. I
But
think
but
looking
if he
back,
if he remained loyal during that time, he didn't say that he ain't air it then. But in
Yeah,
the documentary now, he's sharing how he's feeling. Then I don't know if that's the same
I
category
got you.
as snitching in the hotel
Yeah, I
situation.
got you. Yeah, the
and
hotel. He definitely snitched on the hotel situation. He
and
said most of these players can't even count.
someone said he got a 6 to 8 million when he went to Portland. But let me say this: that's what I was going to say. That was one of the things I was going to say. That Jordan is speaking.
What up,
He's
Adam?
What's up, Maycop?
yeah, he's speaking, but he's also, it's a documentary, so he's speaking now. But like you said, in contemporary times when it was happening, did he air him out? Which he didn't. Um, but he might have thought it. He might have thought it like, dude, like what the heck? Like, well, we're all in this thing together. We're trying to get this ring. Like, where are you at? So I don't know.
I mean, I think a lot of people looking for him to be as strong for Pippen as he was for Phil. When he said, "I'm not playing for nobody else," I mean, I'm not. I see both sides of it, but I think a lot of people wanted him to be as strong as, if you want me to keep, if you want things to go well, you need to go ahead and re-up on Pippen. I think that would have been a strong stance on his part. I'm not saying it's necessary, but I think that would have been a strong stance on his part, and that probably would have made things seem better.
Yeah, I mean he had the political capital to do it.
Who?
Yeah,
Who? Jordan?
yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Well, fellas, man, what it do? What it do? We're gonna keep it a little while longer. We're gonna take it. We're gonna continue it till next Sunday night.
We can
Yeah.
rock out. I guess we got what, 5 minutes left. We can at least rock out to the top of the hour,
We'll do
and then
that.
Yeah.
continue on to next week.
Yo, can somebody give us some good questions and smash that like button and that share button? Well, don't need to share it now. We're getting ready to get off. MJ is team over friends. Everything else is deemed expendable. That's from Jairus. Uh, okay,
Those
Roddy.
real quick. Those
Roddy, let me just put Roddy real quick. Roddy says MJ home is here in Jupiter, Florida, though. Okay, yeah. But go ahead.
yeah. There's some that are joining in right now. I'm so sorry I forgot to share the link. So I shared it like the last 10 minutes. So my bad if you
Oh yeah, I shared
just
it
got the
earlier.
link and you joined. That's on me.
It's all good. The viewership hasn't really changed much.
What's wrong
So
with this?
yeah. So I guess with two. No, I'm not gonna do that. The very thing you said not to do.
Production.
Hey, production. Hey, we the
Hey,
production.
the very thing he was crying about in the production introduction show, right? The meeting,
Hey,
right?
Yo,
Demarius used to
yo,
be the light skinned brother
yo.
on the panel. Hey,
Uh,
Demarius, we
Of
had a light skinned
course,
brother,
man.
but he got scared of dark skinned brothers, so we.
listen, listen. Hey, Damaris,
We're
come on.
looking for a
Hey,
light skin
hey, come on next week,
hey,
replacement, right?
Damaris. We need another light
hey,
skinned
Adam
brother.
said we need to speak. Adam said we need to speak on the Jordan shoe collection.
Hey, yeah. Let's talk about that, please. I want to
So
hear
we can.
this.
It is kicking it. So yeah.
What you want to talk about?
Let's talk about some of these
My favorite.
timepieces.
All right,
My
hey, this is what we're gonna do.
favorite.
Shay, pick out your favorite three. I'll pick out my favorite three.
I don't have
Yeah.
threes. I got fours.
Your favorite three.
Your
Three
favorite three
pairs.
shoes. Your
Oh,
favorite three
okay.
shoes. Favorite three Jordans.
Uno. Those.
All right. So talk.
Those.
So AJ and AJ and Shay, y'all go ahead and talk about it and give us
All
some
right.
history behind those shoes. I know y'all are
All right.
sneakerheads.
Go ahead.
We'll talk. We'll
So,
talk, Damaris.
so my first pair is this is my favorite silhouette of the Jordan ones, but this is the Jordan Bread Toe one 2019 release. I just
Okay.
think I like black, red, and white
Crisp.
shoes. I think it's just a classic. You can put it on with anything, and it just looks good. So this might be my favorite pair out of all of them.
Mm.
I found my next one.
Okay. Are you gonna do it? Go ahead. Do you
Go
want
ahead.
to do?
I'll do one. You do one.
I'll start off with the Pine Green 2020 release. It's the only pair of Jordan 1s that I have. I wasn't a ones fan, but I do like camo. So I thought this would be, there goes the camera. I thought this would be a good shoe to rock with my camo. The leather on it is butter. Got that bounce back, you know. So, yeah, Pine Green.
My number two is
Oh, the breads. They
Jordan
say
11 Bread
I'm gonna put mine back.
20. These came out Christmas.
no, but it's cool, Shay. It's cool that you guys have similar likes. I think that makes it.
Yeah.
Dang. All right.
So these supposed to sit on ice, but I wore them one time.
Adam
But,
said. Adam says the lime green. I don't. He's question. Is that I don't know what kind of
Pine.
emoji that is.
Pine green.
Pine. Yeah. Pine green.
Pine.
CJ says Concords are the best shoes ever made.
Oh, we
Which
got
leads me
those.
to,
those.
my number two.
Come on.
You know, Concord.
It's sweet.
The reason why this is my second favorite is because I always wanted this shoe and my parents wouldn't give it to me. So and now that I'm an adult, I was able to get it. So yeah, Concord.
That's what's up. AJ, you got too much going on. You can't even choose one. You got 2 feet.
Man, I might have to go with the Bread
Ooh.
Fours. This is four. So four, I love. I think probably ones and then fours are like my favorites, but I just think once again, classic. It's a classic. The Nike Air on the back, no Jordan Nike Air on the back. Classic shoe, man. I mean, you can't go wrong with fours. You can't go wrong with anything bread. So
Yeah, and I agree. I believe
There it is.
the bread it's a good shoe. It's a great shoe. This is not my three, but I just wanted to set up my three, which is you might have saw a little earlier. You know, this is
Hey, this one is
Cactus
actually
Jack.
these are they're ghosts, man. Can't get them anywhere.
So,
yeah, you can't get those.
you
I
know what
mean,
I'm
you
saying?
can get
It's a little
it.
exclusive.
You're gonna
You know
pay a
what I'm
penny
saying?
for them.
It's a little exclusive. Cactus Jack, Travis Scott, Force. It's he's from Houston Oilers colors. So yeah, it's my three.
That's what's up.
So what's your favorite? What's your favorite shoe as we wrap up? What's your favorite shoe? Your number one?
I like the space. I like my Space Jams. Space Jams are really beautiful, and if they're clean too. They're clean, and this is that 45 on the back. Just for me, it's a piece of history that reminds you that your man left and came back. You know what I'm saying? Left and came back, and did it all over again.
Favorite shoe, man. I don't even know. I can't. I don't even know, but I mean, so I would say this. So Jordan 1's my favorite Jordan silhouette, and then I love Hirachis. I love Hirachis. I love Air Max. So those are
Ultimate shooting period. Yeah.
yeah, shoe period. So Hirachis and Air Max are the comfortable set, but Jordan 1's out of the Jordan. I think the Jordan 1 to me is the most comfortable silhouette.
What's up with you, Shay?
Um, I guess my favorite Jordan is actually tens. Um,
Mm-hmm. Them tens of them ten.
they're
Shadow 10s.
they're
Ooh.
not they're not difficult to grab. For some reason, they never really sell out.
Yeah.
But it has sentimental value for me. My very first pair of Jordans were tens, and I didn't buy them. That was back in the day when you used to trade shoes.
Oh yeah.
So I had some Jumpman Jordans, some team shoes,
Oh,
Team
right?
Tony.
Jordans.
But they were fresh though. They were fresh.
You're not
And
wrong.
so we traded. One of my teammates traded a pair of tens for my Jumpman. So my team shoes.
That's what's up, guys. Well, that brings us to the end of tonight, I guess. We just want to just thank everybody for tuning in. This was our first Kicking It segment. We are talking about GOAT Talk, dealing with the Last Dance, and this panel is phenomenal. You got businessmen, you've got esquires, you got pastors, you got all kinds of people with various backgrounds, and I think that in the future you'll see a little bit more content. We've been dealing with trying to put this on for like the longest, for about 2 or 3 years. But the good thing that has come out of this whole coronavirus, if there can be a good thing, simply is this: that it's given us the time and opportunity to move outside of our comfort zone. This is not natural. Like literally, as much as young as I like to think I am, figuring out this tech thing is crazy. They call my new nickname is George Teddy Riley Florimon. You feel me? So it's crazy, but we're getting it. We're trying to get it. Um, and we just want to give a big shout out to all the first responders, all the medical people, nurses, doctors, even those who are working, cleaning up the hospitals, grocery store clerks. I mean, everybody, police officers who are keeping us, safe in these unprecedented times. I don't know if anyone else wants to say anything other than that, but I wanted to say it was good having y'all with us.
Man, I appreciate you all rocking with us, man. You would just go ahead and hit that like button, and we'll go. We're gonna continue to improve. This is our first episode, but we thought it was a good opportunity for us to get together and talk about, this documentary. Bring in some sneakers, and
What,
just being here,
what,
putting
what,
positivity out there in the air.
Shay, I know this is your brain shock. Can you just break it down real quick? What kicking is all about? Kicking it. What's kicking? What is kicking it all about?
Yeah, right. So basically, I know every time I wear my sneakers, especially when I'm around young people and young adults, like it's a conversation starter. It's like a sign that says I'm safe. Like
Hmm.
he's a safe person. I can talk to
Yeah.
him, and from there, I'm able to build relationships and have conversations. And so as we were sitting there thinking about, man, George, we were sitting around a table somewhere, man, and we were just talking about opportunities and perhaps our opportunities hadn't been given to us, and we're like, man, we're about to make our own opportunities. And that's for everybody that's listening to me today. Like, you don't have to sit around and wait for somebody to create something for you. Like, God has given you the ability to think and to create. So we sat down and began to come up with this idea of kicking it, where we'll talk about kicks, but we're also going to talk about it, and the it is Jesus. So right now, yeah, we're spending a lot of time on this documentary, but it's going to begin to shift, and we'll be talking about some more positive things, practical things, and we just want to continue to inspire as other people are inspiring us.
AJ.
Man, I'm just happy to be a part, man. Glad y'all let me come and tag along. I know y'all been talking about this for a while. It's good to be able to just talk about some positive, just positive stuff, man. Regardless, no matter what it is. I mean, it don't have to be, oh, Jesus loves you every 5 minutes, just to give people something different than reality TV and all this other negative stuff out there. So I just want to congratulate both of you all and just salute both of you all for putting this together, and thank you for letting me be a part of it.
Not a problem. And I think one of our emphasis was we wanted to get folk who were not necessarily like theologians or pastors. And so no shade, AJ. We got you on this thing, but AJ low key is a pastor, you know. So hopefully next week we'll get somebody who's really not pastoral at all to come in to join us to have a good time. Again, want to say thank you to everyone. If you like this, please share it. More information will come out in terms of our Instagram page, our what else? YouTube channel. What else, Shay? Facebook. We're gonna try to
Facebook.
yeah, we're gonna come out with some things. Just be on the lookout. Thank you for joining us, and until next time, let's kick it. How you do this thing? I'll tell you Riley again. Hold on.